Alrighty, let's wait for YouTube's in here and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Alrighty, looks like YouTube is officially receiving the content, which is awesome possum. Let's go ahead and do the usual of tweeting out that we are live because that's what we do. So we are live. Hopefully everything works well tonight. That would be the main hope for everything. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat here and then we can start going through our spiel like normal. So there's the chat. Perfect. But hello YouTube, hello viewers. Welcome on out to our next Games I Grew Up On live stream. Now you'll realize that my lights are off in my little, should I call it an office that I got here, mostly because when I have the lights on, which I'll show you really quick, when I have the lights on, ignoring the brightness of this, it shows that little orange glare that you see on the Switch screen right now. It shows that with the lights on. I don't have an actual capture card to capture the Switch, so I figured we'll go in the dark mode, and that way it kind of captures the Switch a little bit better, and you guys can see the gameplay. You still can kind of see me a little bit. It's kind of like I'm almost black and white until I hold this controller up, and then you guys can see that it's not in black and white. But yeah, gonna be again diving into some of the games I grew up on in my 30 years of life, pretty much. I'm 29 right now. I'll turn 30 in October. But yeah, we're going through basically 30 years of history here, mostly in order. Gonna be able to bounce around here and there, but mostly trying to stay within an era, staying with, younger child, elementary school era, middle school era, high school, so on and so forth. The only videos that are not on the Games I Grew Up On series will be all featured in our channel history because they were featured already alive. So like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is a game I kind of would say I grew up on. It was, whenever I turned, what would have been, 25, 26. That would have been technically a game I would have, grew up on, that I feel nostalgia to. We Party You, all that type of stuff. But since those were on the YouTube channel, I figured those would be part of the 5-year celebration when that comes up. So hopefully that clarifies everything. Going forward, there is all the games listed below down in the description if you guys are looking for any particular game we might be playing. It will be down there, which I hope to do in the future, hopefully after this stream, is get a checkmark system going to let you know which games we've already played or haven't played, and then that way you know if we've already played it, you can just go to the playlist and find the one you were looking for if you were looking for a particular game we played. Either way, let's dive into the next game on the Games I Grew Up On series. Today we're going to be playing some Spyro the Dragon. I played for sure the first Spyro and the third Spyro. I don't believe if I ever played the second Spyro. If I did, I don't have a hardcore memory of it. But yeah, we did have a PlayStation. That is what I honestly consider the first console that I personally got. Console-wise, we had a Sega. Like I said, whenever I was born, the Sega was already in the house. That was the first console I played on. The first console I remember being bought for us, or us getting, was the PlayStation. And yeah, we had Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Dragonball Z Budokai, all that I think was the original PlayStation era. Pong, I know for sure was one of them. But yeah, not a lot on the PlayStation side, but I do remember having a PlayStation. And then Game Boy was probably the one after that for a while until we got the PS2. And then there was all the Game Boy Advance, SPs, and then N64, it was around that time. But yeah, either way, let's focus on where we are now and playing some Spyro. And I figured, yes, I could probably, actually I'm about 99% sure, I could have gotten the original Spyro for the PlayStation. But as you're kind of seeing with even my Switch setup, it'd be just like this, except recording a TV. Kind of like we do with my Mario series and all that, and I figured why not go with the more HD looking version than the old PlayStation style. I know there's a lot of still nostalgia with that, and I did kind of almost consider that, and we might have, I know for sure there's going to be some in the Games I Grew Up On series that are literally only going to be able to play it on those old systems, such as Star Wars Battlefront 2. I can only play that on the PS2, so we'll have to have that set up. But yeah, I figured, well, if it has an HD remake and it's the same game, let's go ahead and do the HD remakes of them. That way it's kind of like I'm still playing a new game, but it's familiar to me. So, because, yeah, I did play Spyro, but I've never played the Reignited trilogy of this, so I'll kind of see how it feels, if it feels familiar, or if it feels drastically different because of the fact that it's a, remake. So let's go ahead and click on the game. I'm going to go ahead and click on my videos thing here because it has all my stuff. Actually, I don't know. Let me check really quick. Is my sound on? It's a little bit on. I'm going to see how loud that is. Kind of start with there and adjust from there. Not too bad. I don't know how much it captures. We're going to let this load up. Yeah, this is definitely one of the first games. This or Crash Bandicoot. If I had a gut guess, I think Crash Bandicoot was the first one we actually played on the PlayStation. But this one I definitely do remember. I remember ramming a bunch of bad guys. That's pretty much what I remember about these early games. Alright, looks like it's not capturing too bad. It's a little bit more on the orange side when I'm looking at it, comparing it to the actual screen that's over there in, live view, but it works for now. Can't be perfect without a capture card, and I don't even know if my computer could handle a capture card just as yet. That's my only fear of buying one. So, playing in English, yes. Alright, looks like it's capturing pretty well. It's more purpley over there from what I can see than what it is here. It's a little bit more on the blue side, but you know what? We'll rock with it. We'll roll with it. Some of the colors might not be exactly on par, but it works for now. So let's go ahead and read all these. Yes. It doesn't seem like the sound's too bad right now, so I'm glad to know that. You can now see that I officially have never played this game. The start screen should have confirmed that. So let's go ahead and do a new game. So yeah, I don't remember this one at all. I for sure remember this one, and I for sure know I've done that one. I think the first Spyro I played up until you go to the next worlds. That's really all I played of that one, and then this one I know I played a good bit of through a couple of the bosses. But yeah, I have zero memory of Spyro 2. We might have owned Spyro 2, but that's why I did. I don't remember. I might go ahead and play all three of them just to kind of see if there's any nostalgic attachment to 2, and maybe it'll jar some memory. But yeah, we're going to start with Spyro 1 here. The stream might have all three of them. I'm not really sure yet. Just kind of depends on how I feel going through this all. If I remember correctly, playing the original Spyro games, the flying levels were what was absolute just torture. I hated the flying levels. They were a cool concept, but I just always would die. I'd dive into the water, couldn't get it right, couldn't get all the collectibles. I know I'd beaten the first. Actually, now I'm remembering, I did complete the first Spyro, because I remember the boss. Or maybe I just played the boss against the boss. Like I said, mostly my brother owned a lot of these early PlayStation games, so usually I would play them after he played them, so I might have gone into his save state and just battled the bosses or something. I don't know. I know for sure I played the beginning stages and all that. I don't know. We'll dive into see what kind of jars. This has been about my elementary school era, so kind of diving back through my memory is sometimes hard to do. The World's Dragons. I hear rain. It's supposed to rain tonight.
Okay, rolling. It's been peaceful here in the five
me,
worlds.
looking over there, he's more of a purple color, but looking here, he's like orange.
Age, we now have
Spyro's
12,000
purple.
treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
Threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Don't make a troll mad.
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Why didn't he attack Spyro? Logically speaking, why didn't he just throw in an extra zap for Spyro? Did he think he was too young? Did he, I don't know. It's questions you ponder. So, yeah, it's definitely got more of a, I'm going to call it like a sepia tone. Because, like, this right here, and Spyro even himself, he's purple. This is orange to me. And then that's orange where it's like tan over there. I wonder if I can go ahead and correct it while I'm actually like playing. Let's see if I can go ahead and correct that really quick. Just because it's going to bug me a little bit. Being that off colored. Doesn't look bad capture wise, it just seems to be capturing. Oh yeah, that's way better. I just had to adjust the white balance a little bit there, it looked like. So let's go ahead and do that. That's a much better capture. Now he looks actually purple, and this actually looks tan again. And then, yeah, you kind of look yellow, that actually looks blue. I think this looks better than what it did. I think the only difference I see is the sky looks purple, whereas in there blue. Take my wife here really quick. It's supposed to rain tonight. It's supposed to rain, but I'll still bring that in. We have some stuff that's left outside, and she's not sure if it's supposed to rain tonight. So, we're just playing the safe bet and bringing some of the stuff inside in case it does rain. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees almost tomorrow, which I'm super excited for because I have tomorrow off. I have also had today off too, but I mostly spend the day with my daughters, going to playgrounds and stuff. So let's go ahead and free the first dragon here. Oh yeah, I have a vibration on this controller again. I turned it off for a while, but now we have it back on. Definitely dim, but you know what? I'm just going to deal with it at this point.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan World, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Why don't we, now that you're free, go after this guy? I mean, even if you want to say like 10 of us, I feel like we have a solid numbers to be like, yo, let's go do this. But you know what? In logic, I understand, I guess. This all does feel pretty familiar. Okay, there's the fire here. Charge is that button. Jump. Oh, and that's first person look. I didn't even know there was first person look. Okay, my aim is not terrible. I mean, it's not great. Oh god. Is it hit me? Yeah, I mean, playing it so far, it does feel mostly familiar. It probably obviously is different with a Switch controller than a PlayStation controller. I guess I could have allowed myself to play with a PlayStation controller, but, you know, it works for now. I think they have this on, like, the PC and stuff. I just don't think my PC would be able to handle what this all would require to play. Here's the dragon, actually.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Basically, we're all here to teach you how to play the game. So here's this red dragonfly that you somehow hasn't, you know, basically burned alive yet. I'm not going to question the dragonfly. Yeah, all this does feel kind of familiar. Does the camera move with this? Yes. Oh, at least those guys don't hurt me. It wasn't even attacking me. Why am I attacking them? That's not nice. Yeah, running and everything, this all feels like nostalgic to me. I think just because the controls feel a little different. But, I mean, Switch controllers and PlayStations aren't too bad. They're just like X buttons in a different spot, you know, like just the letters change up. Yeah, the fairies were save points, I think is what I remember. Terrible at aiming, apparently. The darkness is hurting me. dragons
Spyro.
in this. That
Press
looks
the
kind of
jump
cool.
button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid?
Oh yeah,
Of
but I
what?
like a flying
Falling
dragon.
from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
His voice sounds familiar too. Like, I don't know if it's the same voice actor from the original Spyro, or if there was voice acting in the original Spyro, but his voice just sounds very familiar. Definitely getting some kind of familiarity from his voice. No dragons down here. We got like 2 dragons, 3 dragons, I can't remember. Town Square. Am I supposed to free dragons from over here too? I guess we could do a world really quick. Sunset vibes. Fly, fly, fly. He was a fire animation. You can tell the anger in his eyes. Lean left, lean right. Oh yeah, it's inverted controls. That I'm gonna have to get used to. When flying, at least it's inverted. No idea where I'm going, what I'm doing. So I need like a 4K camera. I can't afford a Elgato. Here's a dragon actually. Maybe one day I could consider, you know, like 100%
Welcome
of
to
these.
Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
So there's a dragon up top here. Can I get up there? No. I'm gonna have to get used to the controls a little bit here, but you know, it's gonna work. So let's go this way and then fly. Yes. Alright, I can out-ram a wolf. That's good to know. Oh, goodness. Sorry if I'm not talking a lot. Sometimes I'm going to be concentrating on the gameplay at hand. Catch in the air or something, I'm assuming? Where am I going next? Over there? Yeah. Oh, I didn't jump. I'm getting my buttons confused. Missing is probably likely to happen, but, you know, still. Give me the dragon. Yeah. Ooh, cake.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
That's very specific sentences. I didn't know when you'd beaten a world. I don't remember that. Oh. Took my first damage in the game. Another thing I don't remember is how to know when you've beaten the world. Oh, dragons in this town square.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg! Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
Hey, you need to breathe, bro. We got 6 dragons? Holy crap. Oh, there's the return. I didn't see anybody wearing blue like he's saying. So we came from dragon up there. Which I don't know how to get to. We're already having 6 dragons on literally not even a few minutes, and I'm feeling pretty good about this. How many dragons are there in total? I guess it says like 50. How many dragons there were. I remember there's like multiple worlds too, because I feel like there's like a sand world. I know the final world's like an arena looking thing. At least it was in the original one, I don't know, I guess. I mean, it should be, like I said, just reignited. It's HD graphics, right? Is the difference in all this? I like how the fairy can zap you no matter how far you are ahead of them. Stone Hill sounds familiar. I'm gonna check that out, and then maybe we'll jump to Spyro 2 really quick. Breathing Fire. There's a lot of different Spyro games too nowadays. I think I did Enter the Dragonfly as well. I don't remember that one too much. And then, yeah, they have like all the ones where he's either teamed with Crash Bandicoot or the Skylanders is his other one now. Which, I mean, it's kind of like an off Spyro brand, but it has Spyro. He looks different. I like this OG Spyro look. I don't like the Skylanders Spyro look. Like drastically different. Fire. Well, the name sounds familiar, but the look of it does not feel familiar in any sort of way. I will say, also playing, watching mostly my screen and not watching the Switch is actually pretty good. There's not a lot of delay there.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
Ooh, I'm ready.
No thanks.
Oh,
See ya!
stupid buzzkill Spyro. How dare you not listen to that old man's story? I'm sure it was exactly how to get to, whatever his name. The boss. I'm sure it was all the backstory we needed. All the super lore we needed. I think the Free Dragon to get more lore other than gameplay. Wait, can I like fly like this and like, no I can't. Can't really burn that from the screen. Ooh, that's like 3D effect. That's interesting. I don't know why I got intrigued by that. Okay, let me go ahead and quit. Let me just, I'll go ahead and do Spyro 2. Ooh, we already have 3% completed. That's actually crazy. See if there is any sort of familiarity with Spyro 2 at all. And then, we will go from there. Always start within the world of dragons.
Is this rain ever gonna stop?
Yeah.
I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores, yeah. I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach?
Heck yeah.
Last one there's a Nork.
Are we gonna get backstory?
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down,
The name
Hunter.
Ripto
Stop
sounds familiar.
fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, and teeth like this, and they can spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon! Whoa! Rough landing. Hi, which way's the beach? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
Nope.
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that pussycat?
What's dramatic?
Well, someone forgot to invite me to the party.
Okay, he doesn't look familiar at all.
Were you trying to keep something from me?
Might be looking at the other screen to see.
A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I
Avalar?
hate dragons. Yeah! Crush! Kill it! Kill it!
He looks familiar. Maybe the bad guys are also in 3? I don't know.
You imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
Well, if I had an answer, I'd tell you, Spyro. The adventure begins. See, some of this does seem familiar, but well, the opening world does not look familiar at all.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just...
Same controls.
If you can find my friend Twitch...
At least the bad guys are still as scared of me as they were. Said bad guy.
Hi, Spyro. I'm a friend of Alora's, and she asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress.
Oh,
Like
she's a safe one. Like the old
that zap
fairies.
means that if you...
She's a spawn point. It brings you back to life like nothing happened.
You can't use the bridge without paying, and you do not appear to have enough gems.
Yeah. So now money's an object. Progress, at least. This one seems more, so far, linear. I don't see a lot of, like, different portals or anything yet. But yeah, nothing about this is ringing a bell. Besides that one bad guy with the giant club. He's the only thing that looks familiar. If I hear my name, it's my message. She's had rough nights past couple nights. I think she's not feeling too good. I can go get her here in a second. Yeah, nothing about this seems familiar. I'm gonna go get her. But at least Spyro 2 I know now for sure is probably one I haven't played. So we'll do Spyro 3 whenever I get back.